All right, so it's kind of late at night. Just waiting for some sleepy medicine stuff to kick in, and I figured I'd take a look at this Wizard magazine that I got. I've already showed off that I got the poster for it in another video, which I put in a little frame. The poster basically is just the cover here, but bigger and doesn't say Wizard. So, take a look at some of the stuff in here. There is Batman stuff right off the bat. No pun intended. It's the Batman animated series. An ad for that. I mean, that is pretty great. $16-bit power. It's like a review for the Street Fighter 2 game. For the Super NES. Here's the guy's rating system. Looks like you liked it. 4.5 bird heads. I mean, yeah, this game, I mean, what is it? How long has it been? 30 years now? And that game's still great. It's like some pointers on how to draw. Let's see. Oh, here we go. No major news on James Cameron's Spider-Man project. $40 million budget. It says that both Spider-Man and Terminator 3 are in development for 1993. Of course, Terminator 3 came out in like 2003 or something like that. And there was never a James Cameron Spider-Man. Didn't he want Leonardo DiCaprio to be Spider-Man at some point? I don't know. 93 Leonardo DiCaprio was still a little bit younger. So that would have made more sense a few years later. There's some stuff about Superman, the new movie. Kind of briefly just looking through this here. Bruce Willis, the perfect casting for Plastic Man. Didn't this guy turn into Wonder Woman's dress one time? Sounds pretty base to me. Of course, poor Bruce Willis is going through some hard times right now. I don't really know if I would see him playing, Plastic Man anyways, but, I guess, if you're going back 30 years, Bruce Willis was still pretty relevant. Oh, though I remember watching the Flash, the live action Flash TV series. Mark Hamill shows up. What was his name, like the Trickster or something like that? X-Overs. Always want to see Wolverine versus Archangel, or how about X-Factor versus X-Force? Well, there's only one way you're going to see your favorite Marvel characters butt heads in their much hyped crossover series where the mutants are concerned. X-Overs. Alright. Cool shot of some 90s X-Men. Wolverine, Professor X, Shadowcat, Nightcrawler, Boom Boom or Boomer, Psylocke. Wasn't her name like Megan or something? Shatterstar, Storm, Cyclops, Havoc, and Jean. Oh, let's continue there. Colossus, Archangel, Multiple Man, and Cable. Again, I got this magazine for the poster because I had this one back in the day. But it's kind of a cool little thing to skim through. You could probably find all this on like archive.org scanned in or something. But I figure there's no point in getting rid of this. Wildcats from Image Comics. I do remember seeing some of their stuff. Spawn #1. I remember that one. Oh, excuse me. Savage Dragon. First of that, I remember that as well. Tom McFarlane and Jim Lee. Doesn't get much better than those two guys. I think everyone is aware of their artwork. Let's see. Oh, this is where artists can send in their own little stuff here. Pretty cool. I definitely just miss the simpler times of going to your mailbox and pulling out a magazine and it essentially being like the internet back then. It was all contained. It was all just about like the product at the time. Like if it was a video game magazine, it was just about how fun are the games. There was no silliness like there is today and things. And just some comic book fans, they took the time to draw this and send it in, and then they probably didn't know that it was going to show up until they got the magazine. Like that's really cool. Here's some more stuff. I dig that one a lot. That's cool. That's cool as well. So this person is what, like 50 now? About around there. Around that age. Oh, is this like a little quiz type thing? All right, let's look at a couple. I don't know if I'll get any of these. Which hero is slowly being killed by his own power? Morbius, Jack of Hearts, Spawn, both B and C. Well, Spawn's like a dude sent back from hell, right? Morbius is a vampire guy. I don't know. We'll say Morbius. I don't know. What planet is the Impossible Man from? Population, pop up, Impy, Alpo 4. I'll say Alpo 4, like the dog food. Terra is a member of what super team? Teen Titans, Outsiders, Terror Inc., Night Stalkers. I will say Night Stalkers. So I'm going to go with. Do I want to change this? All right, I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna go with Spawn. I'm gonna go with Alpo. I'm gonna go with Night Stalkers. So let's see. Are there answers? Where would the answers be? Answers on page 172. Oh man. All right, let's see. Let's see what we got. Do you have to like turn the magazine upside down or something? I'm here on 172. I don't see it. Well, whatever. If it shows up later, it shows up later. Or just for shits and giggles, let's look at some of the other ones here. If you want to, if you're actually watching this, want to play along. What is the name of Sarge in Aliens? I'll go with Drake. Who wrote The Vampire? The Vampire Levas. I don't know. I probably should have done this so late at night. Probably should have done this with some coffee in the morning, but hey, what can you do? Oh, here's an easy one. Spider-Man has what kind of design on his back? And that's obviously a red spider. The She-Hulk first appeared in She-Hulk #1. Hulk, Fantastic Four, Marvel team-ups. I don't know. Maybe she showed up in the Hulk or something. Okay, superheroes in plastic. Let's see, are these from like Toy Biz or something? PVCs of superheroic stature, imported from Europe. Approximately 3 to 4 inches, $10 each, or any 3 figures for $25. That's pretty cool. Imported from Europe. Batman Black, Batman Blue. A She-Hulk. That's pretty hot. I know they turned She-Hulk into a mess with the Disney adaptation of it, but Wonder Woman. Well, that's pretty cool. Let's see. Modern day me, if I could go back and get 3 of these figures. I don't know. I'd maybe get a Batman Blue, a She-Hulk, and we'll get Spider-Man too. All right. Okay, so I think I actually have. I think I have all of these, except for maybe not the holograms. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Tells you how much they were back then. Now a single card is probably at least $5 shipped, if not $10 or something. We'll say like $5 shipped. And the hologram set is probably like $50, or I don't know, 50 to 100 probably. But anywho, it's back in the day. Oh yeah, here's the cards. Boom, boom. I think this is the set that's like 200 base cards. Let's take a look. Yep. So the DC Comic Teams is not out yet. Some really cool stuff. Oh yeah. These old action figures, these were great. You can actually get these new for not all that much now. I'm assuming since comics were so popular 30 years ago, everyone bought things up thinking they would be worth a ton of money now, and obviously they're not. Yeah, as you can see here, there's a lot of like #1 issues out, which a lot of people probably bought up thinking, yeah, they'd be worth something. So does that. Oh no. So yep, that's the magazine. I never did find those answers to the questions. I guess I could always just look them up. Shows and conventions. So let's see here. Birmingham, Alabama. Huntsville, Alabama. at the Space Center. Okay. Is that $40 to get in? That's a lot of money for back then. All right, let's read one of these. This might actually be fun, just kind of read by myself. But all right, dear Wizard. In issue 11, you actually were foolish enough to reiterate the idea that Iron Man could single-handedly defeat the X-Men. Ha! What a joke. I agree, that is quite foolish. Let's see, Iron Man, a hero who is a recovering alcoholic with heart trouble and a screwed up nervous system, not to mention he has no abilities himself. Wolverine would slip in and open that tin can in a hurry if the two should ever combat. Even if Wolverine didn't get him, Jean Grey's awesome telekinesis abilities would shut Iron Man down in a matter of minutes. Game over, Shellhead. This is from Tommy Woodward from Marion, Kentucky. This was 30 years ago, so I don't know if he is still in that area. But if he is, you've just been doxxed, Tommy. I must say, Tommy's a smart guy. I agree, heavily agree. I mean, not only could Wolverine or Jean Grey, turn Iron Man, split that can of sardines open, spill his guts everywhere if they were the type to do that. But the X-Men, there's a ton of them. So, quite silly. Let's read one more. Why not? Dear Wizard. Alright. My intense study has shown a lack of concentration on the subject of other Marvel characters in magazines such as Iron Man, Fantastic Four, Thor, the Submariner, Captain America, Daredevil, the Avengers, to some extent Spider-Man, the Hulk. I believe the characters I have just mentioned, though they may not sell that well, are the embodiment of the spirit of Marvel. Putting them on your cover or having them spotlight in your magazine may not bring great sales, but would show you truly are the guide to comics. My wife has disappeared off to somewhere, so I must be going. Reed Richards. Isn't Reed Richards Mr. Fantastic? So see, even he was a avid Wizard subscriber. All right, and then on the back, the beautiful Marvel masterpieces from 1992. So, yeah, that's it. I just thought I'd take a quick peek at this before bed. In case anyone out there is into that kind of thing. And thanks for watching. All right, so guys, I'm big dumb. I was skimming through the video when I finished it, and I found those answers. So let's take a look real quick. Which hero is slowly being killed by his own power? I think I finally settled on Spawn. I think. So 1 is D, is both B and C. I should have known. Every time they, on the test, when they pull that crap, that's what it always is. I should have known. What planet is Impossible Man from? I said Alpo. And the correct answer is B, which is Pop Up. Okay. And then 3, Tara is a member of what super team? I said Night Stalkers. And 3 is A, Team Titans. Not Teen Titans, but Team Titans. I think I did this one too. Let's see if I can just completely strike out here. I think I said Drake. 4 is B, Apone. Yeah. So I've just been exposed as not knowing a single thing about comics. But in case anyone wanted to look at that, there was the answers. Let's throw a couple more since I'm already taking a minute to do this. David Letterman appeared once in what comic? Web of Spider-Man, Avengers, Hulk, or A and B? I'm going to say C, despite what I said earlier. Let's go with C. Okay, let's remember that. And all right, of course, that's an easy one. Thor's the god of thunder. What was the worst scene of Batman Returns? It's got to be the fish scene, right? The penguin being raised by super penguins and cats, bringing Selena Kyle back to life. Batman kicking the bottom out of the Batmobile. Gosh, now I think of it, were there any good scenes? Look at that, Batman Returns. This is without nostalgia goggles. This is as it happened. Interesting. Batman Returns, I would say the scene where Dan DeVito eats that fish. It's disgusting. So I'll go with D on that one, and I'll go with the C on the Letterman one. And we'll call it a day. All right, so 29 is... 29 is B. So he was in the Avengers. So I apologize for clearing my throat every 5 seconds. Let's see, where's the other one? Oh, 18, I guess D, right? And 18 is D. I finally got one. That's pretty funny. Yeah, it's I like that. I like that. Of course, everybody that watched those movies back in the day as a kid is going to praise that. But here's just a guy that probably was super into the Batman comics, making these questions, and was like, what? That was terrible. All right, for real this time. That's going to do it. Let's look at that beautiful artwork. All right. Thanks for watching.